Never let it be said that Hyundai doesn't have a sense of humour. Hyundai is now offering what looks like a cut price RS6. Its rather gorgeous looking IONIQ 5 has now received the N treatment, which has resulted in 641 horsepower. It weighs around 2.2 tonnes and it will do massive skids.
Nice.
So a clash of cultures. I'm driving a new Korean, hot, very big hatchback at the Sydney Motorsport Park in New South Wales. It's a very healthy combination, I have to say. So, what is going on at Hyundai? We know that Dr. Beerman came from BMW and brought with him all his dynamic know-how, and this N badge has delivered. It really has. The i30s, both the old one and the new one, were fantastic, and that little i20 is a corker, a ripper. So when they announced that they'd given the N treatment to their large, sort of SUV-ish IONIQ 5 that looks like R2-D2 on wheels for me, there's something so cleverly 80s about it. It's a shape that we all recognise, and it's iconic from the moment it was built. But not an obvious car to turn into something very rapid. And what have we got? We've got 640 odd horsepower, well over 550 foot-pounds of torque, weighs about 2.2 tonnes. But I just chatted to one of the engineers. He reminded me once again that engineers are really clever and people like me aren't. But this was not a numbers exercise, not a lap time exercise. This was about how can you make a car fun to drive. First of all, this is seriously fast. You know, you can't really want or need more performance than this. But it's giving me messages. Okay, so I'm getting roll, front and rear axle. I'm now in rear drive mode, and straight up to 120 miles an hour there. I know it's silent, but would a car that would normally run a turbocharged 4-cylinder ICE be making music right now? No, it wouldn't. So I can give some dispensation there. I'm on a circuit, I know, but I can tell that this car, you see, has got a relationship between its right pedal and the rear axle. Because you can put everything to the back. I've turned it into track mode, I've turned everything off, of course I have. And now everything's going to the back axle. And this is one of the most intuitive EVs I've driven. It might be the most. It just feels quite playful. It's big, and I'm sure you're destroying tyres. But be in no doubt, you know, if you think the Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT are the kind of benchmarks, there's a new kid in town, and it's Korean, and it doesn't look like a fast car, and that's what I like. This is one of the first EVs I've driven that's impish, got a sense of humour. It knows it shouldn't be able to do what it does, but it does. So, yeah, you get some understeer, but not too much. You can get rid of it with your right foot if you want. Brakes are pretty good, they're massive, but this is a heavy car. This isn't one to go and pound out on track days, but it's got a hugely uprated chassis over an IONIQ 5 as well. You've got wider tracks, all the hardware is bigger, stronger, the whole calibration exercise is completely different. This is not just a remapped IONIQ 5, anything but. I've sort of taught you around me driving it sensibly. Let's just give it a little bit of TAP, as they say. So, flat chat to the back straight. Numbers, there she goes. 160, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210. I mean, I don't know how much faster you need to go. I don't need to go any faster than that. That is flipping quick. This, I don't know this circuit very well. This first left-hander strikes me as being something we can have a huge accident, which I don't want to do. So, down to the first hairpin. Watch this. This is where this thing's interesting. So we've got a lot of rear bias on it now. ABS triggers, give it some gas, and straight away, yeah, we're drifting, we're sliding. And it's intuitive. It's not difficult. The relationship between the steering angle and the throttle is natural. And you can just roast rear tyres. It's not getting all the power to the rear wheels, and it actually helps. It's about 380 horsepower going to the back wheels. But you know, you can sort of just excite it, lob it in, and it'll do all sorts of fun stuff. Add the brake. It's easily the most driftable EV I've driven. That in itself is meaningless, but actually there is a corollary. There's a relationship between a car that's had that sort of love lavished on it. Engineers have spent a long time making that possible, but that has ramifications at all times of day and night, just driving it on the road. It means that the car's got really, really good electric steering. You can argue it's a bit elastic on sort of recentering itself, but actually, once I'm into the corner, I haven't got feel, but I've got really good weight. And I love that instant pickup from the throttle. I mean, it's difficult not to just do this all day long though. It's so good at it. But this is the surprise in the package. This is not just some pinned down, go faster car. It's got wheel travel, it's comfortable, it rides the bumps of this circuit really quite well. It's a dynamic surprise. I like the fact they've had a go at something different, you know? Come on, EV smoking. I like it. Yeah, but it's a mighty capable car. So, is it an RS6 rival? Yeah, dynamically it's more capable than an RS6 because it can do the four-wheel drive thing, the rear-wheel drive thing. It's faster in every respect apart from above 130 miles an hour, which is mostly meaningless. It's got more space in the front and back. It doesn't have as big a boot. What you might be looking at here is the ultimate bargain Q car. You know, I know you get it in silly colours, but this is magnificent. If you're going to go and buy something M3, M5, Audi RS shaped, AMG shaped, I'd go and have a go in one of these first. I really would, because it's smoking. Yeah. Jesus, just when you think you've got your anti-EV stance sorted out, they come in and they wreck you. They wreck you. They wreck all your myopic opinions about the fact electric cars are shite, because this one isn't. It isn't cheap, but yeah. Okay, Mr. IONIQ 5N, you have my attention.